eventually this is a rebuild again, right? Eventually it is. I hope it's not for another 3 years, 4 years, and I would have a greater hope that you just kind of eliminate that conversation by making the playoffs. But at some point, we know this. We know there is a date where Dahlin and Tage hit the ejector seat.
Yeah.
And the day they do that, I think you're in a rebuild. Even if you're not choosing to be in one, your team just will be in one automatically. Maybe you have a different GM by then. I mean, at that point.
I mean, you got to think that would
I can't believe
happen
you wouldn't.
if those guys are asking out that
yeah.
the guy doing it now wouldn't be the guy who gets to trade him.
That is really, like, we are a week removed from all the Sabres action, and we're going to be waiting for a Byram trade maybe forever, or at least until, arbitration gets closer at the end of the month. But that is really what's on the line for them this year. It makes it feel more important than even some of these more recent seasons, because now you kind of feel like there is an end date on the horizon. It's tough to know what it is. Like when the Dahlin thing came up last year with Paul Bissonnette, that was, I think, greatly exaggerated the extent of his meeting with Kevin Adams. But when that day happened, my thought was, okay, this was expected at some point. Maybe it's a little earlier than I would have thought, but it's actually it's later than Eichel got to this point, right? Dahlin's been on the team now longer than Eichel has.
Yeah.
So his end date is coming. I wouldn't have been stunned if it had happened at the end of last year. It didn't, and it hasn't happened now, but will it be at the end of this year? Either way, like, all of that is impossible to know unless you are in the mind of Rasmus Dahlin. So, it might not be this year. It could be next year. Either way, this year I feel like there's more pressure because you got to stop the train